Now in this video, I'm going to share with you one of the big secrets of the online course business, and that is you don't have to be an expert. That's the exciting thing. Now, in the last video, I shared with you about my multi-million-dollar infomercial campaign, how I was able to help so many people learn about how to sell on eBay, and the infomercial company that hired me to produce this infomercial, they hired me to be the expert. But the infomercial company was not an expert. Those people were not experts on how to sell on eBay. All they did was what? They hired the expert. They hired the talent. You can do the same thing. You don't have to be an expert in order to be successful in the online course business. All you do is hire the expert. Let me share with you the producer or publisher model. You can hire the expert. That's the beauty of this business, is you can hire somebody to create a course for you, pay them a few $100 or even pay them a share of the profits, and now you've got a digital asset that you can sell over and over and over again, hundreds of times, thousands of times, millions of times if you want, because that digital asset is now your product. Now, when you do this, you just simply want to get a work for hire agreement in place to make sure that once that expert creates that course for you, you now own the rights to that course, and they can't come back and say, hey, wait a minute, that was my course, and they would want all the money for it. So making sure that they know that they're creating this course as a job for you and that they relinquish any rights to that course from that point on. So you own full rights to the course. Now, let me tell you a story about somebody who just blows my mind with this expert model, okay? The producer-publisher model. It's a guy by the name of Justin Tupper. Now, Justin loved to play golf, but he wasn't exactly a golf pro. He wasn't one of the best golfers around, but he knew the world's most perfect business was the business he wanted to get into. He wanted to get into selling information about golf, right? So what he did was he hired a golf pro to create some videos. And the golf pro simply did what he normally does. He taught golf. He taught how to do the right swing. He taught the right positioning, the right posture, all that stuff. He taught how to deal with different holes, all that kind of thing. And by doing this, Justin tapped into a vein of incredible gold, because golfers love any kind of information that will help them improve their golf game. I suppose they're very competitive. They're fanatical about golf. They want to improve their game. So he tapped into that, and he was able to turn those videos into a $20 million a year business with golf videos, okay? So he was creating courses about golf, not golf courses, or maybe you could say golf courses. But that's a $20 million a year business. But guess what? As if $20 million a year wasn't amazing enough, let me tell you the rest of the story. Because the Golf Channel noticed his business, and the Golf Channel went into talks with him to acquire his business. As you can see here, his name is Justin Tupper. He's the CEO of Revolution Golf, and the Golf Channel decided to buy his company, right? Because when you create an online course, you're creating an asset. And when you create an online course business, you have an asset that you can sell. That's exactly what happened here. And if you understand anything about business, you know that typically businesses sell at 5 to 10, sometimes 5 to 20 times their annual revenue, right? Well, this business of Justin's was making $20 million a year. So imagine at just the bare minimum, just 5 times 20 million, how much he would have made. $100 million by selling his online course business to the Golf Channel. Is that incredible or what? And at 10 times the annual revenue, that would be a $200 million sale. Unbelievable, right? And all because he decided to take a leap of faith and create a course about improving your golf game. And then that led to another course and another course. It led to him hiring other experts as well and building it to a $20 million a year business, and then having his company bought out, because when you create an online course business, you have a sellable asset. You have something of value because it throws off cash flow constantly every year. It throws off a passive income, And it's one of the best businesses in the world, really, for any company to be looking at, because you have 100% profit margins, you have free cash flow, you have very little moving parts, everything is automated. It's one of the most incredible businesses for a company like the Golf Channel to say, yeah, that's an awesome asset, and we want it, and we're willing to pay $100 or $200 million for that asset. Incredible, right? I hope you enjoyed that excerpt from the World's Most Perfect Business webinar, and I'd like to give you 3 free gifts just for tuning in. The first gift is my book, The World's Most Perfect Business, which talks about the online course business and how incredible it is. You're going to get the ebook version of this when you click the link below. I'd also like to give you a Mastermind video that goes over 10 powerful ways to come up with your course topic or ideas for your online course. And the third gift is a free restaurant certificate that's good for $1,000 in savings at your local restaurants. So those are gifts just for attending the webinar at the link below. I look forward to seeing you on the webinar.